Okay, welcome to We Chat Football, the channel where we chat football. And remember, people, like, share, comment, like you're here to do so. And yeah, today we'll be breaking down a bunch of stuff happening in the transfer um, in the Premier League this season. We have Man City, looks like they're about to miss out on Europe. We have Arsenal, looks like they're battling a two-horse race. We have Arteta look like he's going through another season again, no silverware. And we also have the likes of Manchester United and Tottenham about to win a trophy, a European trophy, in a season when they are the worst teams in the league. So there's a lot to break down this on this stream. So welcome Avian, look starting to become a regular on the platform, which is amazing. Thank you for showing up and showing out.
All the time.
Yeah, so no place to start better than your home, which is Manchester City. Um, could be a trophy this season. I mean, it's a bad season for City. There's no going around it. It's one of those that I believe that Pep misjudged, just like how Klopp misjudged his season and went a little bit over with some of the players. Kevin De Bruyne, all those players that you guys like had too much demand on throughout the season. That kind of failed to live up to expectation this season. But again, it's one of those. Now, do you think City will make Champions League? And again, playing in Europa League would be, I think, the first time for your club.
Would be the first, yes.
Yeah, it will be the first since I think since the Sheikh took over that you guys will be playing in the Europa League because it's either you miss Europe completely or you normally play the Champions League. All right. So what do you
Indeed.
think that would mean for your season going next season? Because I believe that this is my belief though. Before you come in, I believe that if you guys make Europa, there's a higher chance of you winning the Premier League if rather than the Champions League. What do you think?
All right. We are currently going through a rebuild process, so that makes a lot of sense. I do not think we're at a point where we're able to win both, and we stand a better chance of winning the English Premier League again, more than the Champions League. Plus, a lot of these guys, plus all the rumors of who is coming in into the summer, they're gonna take some time to get accustomed to Pep's system. As for this season, in regards to the making the Champions League spot, if you had asked me last week before we play Southampton, I would say for sure. But given their performance um, in the last game, for me personally, I'm not sure. I can't say yes and I can't say no. For me, at this point, it is what it is. You know?
Fair enough. Like that's completely fair enough. I think it's gonna be a tough one for City next season. I don't see you guys winning the league next season. Like I didn't see it this season, and I don't see it next season. It's the fact is that it's a massive rebuild. City has to be done at City because you're gonna need a goalkeeper. Yeah, you need to find a creative midfielder. I know that you guys were linked to Verts, and
Yeah.
you guys pull out of the race today, which leave it between Liverpool and Bayern Munich. I know Real Madrid pulled out as well. Yes,
Where you see that City pull out of the race?
it happened about few hours ago, around 4:30 my time.
Who report that?
Not 100% sure, but it's just like I've been following a lot of threads on it, but I've been working, so I haven't got a chance to actually dig deep into it. But I think it's one of the one of those tier ones report that City kind of pull out of the race for Vert. But you know how it goes.
I don't think so. No, I don't think that's accurate
Again,
because
as I said, you know how it goes with the tier ones. It's like they report one thing and then when you check it, it's something completely different because they're just getting brief from whatever. Yeah. But from what the last tweet came out from, I think I can't remember who the journalist is. It's saying that City pulled out, but can be a smokescreen.
it's a smoke screen because if it's coming from the reporters in Germany that is called what they're called what Bill, they are very contradicting at the moment. The last
Yeah,
statement
yeah,
they put
yeah.
out today.
Yeah, I
So
know.
if they are the ones that's saying it, you have to take that with a pinch of salt.
No, and that's it. That's why I'm like, okay, I'm not too worried about the whole report because it is one of those. It's like we're in, but we're only in if he decided that he actually wants to leave Germany.
Yep,
And
and
and the price point that Bayer Leverkusen is set in, don't think Bayern Munich can meet it without selling.
that's
Where
what the report is saying.
Yeah, where for a club like City and Liverpool, we have the money to make it. Reports coming out of Liverpool that they're going to be putting up 100 and something bid for a player coming in a couple of days.
A player.
A player. They don't say who it is, and but again, I'm used to that from my team. I think what happened is we went in, we went in to do the Frimpong deal. While doing the Frimpong deal, we found out that Wirtz has an interest of leaving and the price it would cost to sign him. The only problem is trying to convince a player to leave Germany.
I don't think is the player of such is the problem, you know. I think it's the player parents. They are the one that is pushing for him to stay. But I think you need to, grow
Yeah,
up and
but it's
and
but it's a thing though. It's a thing with German football. Is like the ones that are the best of the best wants to go to Bayern Munich, and that's it.
that's the- that's the same thing that happened with Leroy Sané. He wanted to go because he was still the dream of being the star guy over there.
And
And
that will
now
guarantee a pick for the German national team, guaranteed. So it's like playing for Bayern Munich is almost guaranteed that you make the national team. So yeah, that's just one of those again. But yeah, it's one of the weird transfer sagas that's going on because I never thought that we would be in for works because it's like I knew it's going to be expensive,
yeah,
but
and
I'm
that came
wondering.
out of nowhere as well.
Yeah, but I think it's the thing that we went in and we signed Frimpong. Like we went in, Trent decided that he's leaving, and we just went in and get the deal for Frimpong going and trying to get that's supposed to be reported to be completed in like um a few days or maybe next week. The Frimpong deal is supposed to be like announced.
How can that be announced before the transfer window even open?
Yeah, you can transfer and announce deals before the transfer window open. Doesn't mean the player can play for you before the window open, but the deal can be done.
Okay.
Yeah, it can be done. It's just done for the upcoming window.
Well,
And
Frimpong is a very good player as well, He's from our side, so
yeah, I know. It's like it's that's it. And the other thing I'm gonna want to touch on is rumors of Kevin De Bruyne joining Liverpool.
that won't happen.
It is like me.
That's just strictly rumor. Nothing but rumors.
Yeah,
Nothing
the thing is
else.
though, this is what's happening, right? along among the fan base, it come out like a couple months ago. Like once him decide that he might leave, the
Mm-hmm.
rumor started around the club. Would you take like Kevin De Bruyne at Liverpool? And I'm like, yeah, send him to the MLS so we can enjoy him playing and stuff. But interview, like it's there's been stronger and stronger links coming out of Kevin De Bruyne doing a season at Liverpool.
You see, for me personally, I think he can go again, but the problem that he was having in the last season to this season, he appears to be injury prone. But lately, a news came out that he was suffering from a groin problem, you know,
Yeah,
and
and
I think for me personally, if I was in charge, I would try to keep him another year.
exactly. No, the thing is, it's that it's coming out like we all know that he's leaving. He hasn't made up his mind where he's going as yet. I know Salah just did an interview with Gary Neville. Like it came out I think today where like he was asked at the end of the interview that Kevin De Bruyne is leaving um Manchester City and what does he think about it, and he's I mean everybody have high praises for Kevin De Bruyne because everybody know Kevin De Bruyne is one of the best midfielders the Premier League has ever seen. It makes no go around it. Kevin De Bruyne is one of the best the Premier has ever seen, and he said in the interview that there's a space for him at Liverpool.
That's it. That's it.
That's the last word Salah said about the Kevin De Bruyne leaving Manchester City. It's great. Sad to see a good player leaving the Premier League, but there is a space for him in Liverpool.
So, would you want him at Liverpool?
As coming off of the bench? Oh come on now. An option off the bench?
Trust me,
With
that
Trent
would be
with
that
Trent
would be
leaving?
no, that would be painful to hear.
Think
You
about it.
know,
Think about if we pull and I think it's all have to do with words. If we don't get words here at Bayern Munich, I think we might go out and get a Ryan Cherky, which is cheap,
Uh,
a upcoming.
he's a very good player, you know, because
Yes, and I think they would
all
get, and I think they would get Kevin De Bruyne in a 1 year, not on any crazy wages, but just on
no,
a
I don't
one,
think so.
yeah, just on a 1 year to balance the attacking midfield as an option.
Trust me, if that happen,
Oh,
I,
if that
I don't-
happened, I am singing the quad talk from before a ball even kick.
but and to be honest, you know, from a fan base perspective, Liverpool and City fans tend to get along. We
Yeah,
have mutual
because
respect,
we have respect for each other. If City win the league, we not complain to the referee give City the league. When
and
Liverpool
vice
lose the
versa.
league, we not complain to the referee make we lose the league. We complain to we never good enough to win the league, and we need to be better to beat City.
Yes, man. You can't talk like a Arsenal fan, you know.
Exactly, yeah, and that's it. It's just one of those. Yeah, we can't all talk like Arsenal fans. This ain't football manager, but let's be honest. Frank Lampard did leave Chelsea and went to City
Yes,
for a season. It happens. It ain't football manager, but people forget. So Frank Lampard actually went to City and win City a title.
a lot of person don't even remember that.
He went to City for a season and win a title when Chelsea did deem him not good enough and them let him go and him go City for a year. We're not
Yeah, a lot
talking
of
about
person
we're
don't
not
know
talking
that.
about so we have a build a team around Kevin De Bruyne and we expect Kevin De Bruyne to come in at the team and do Wayne do a City. But what Kevin De Bruyne can bring to Liverpool midfield with Mo Salah, with Van Dijk is something that City never didn't have this season. Why them? them to reach further is that we have a ton of experience right across the spine of our team for bringing a Kevin De Bruyne into that experience right now. Crazy.
True. Trust
It,
me, that would be crazy. Have Kevin De Bruyne feeding Salah them through balls. That would be
the
mad.
club that should be trying to convince Kevin De Bruyne to join to get them over the line should have been at Arsenal.
No, no,
No, but
definitely
no,
that's definitely a no.
but you understand though that should be the club that because they need somebody like that in them team. They need somebody who can guide the
No.
players,
Arsenal fans would tell you that they don't need Kevin De Bruyne because
which is
Odegaard
true,
is better than Kevin De
and
Bruyne.
that is very true. Where we as Liverpool understand what we're gonna get with Kevin De Bruyne. We not expect Kevin De Bruyne to play a 36 game throughout the season. If we can get Kevin De Bruyne in a for a season and Kevin De Bruyne play 20 games throughout the season.
Yeah, hold on there. You just said Odegaard better than Kevin De Bruyne?
No, I said Arsenal fan would say Odegaard is better than Kevin De
Oh,
Bruyne.
oh, oh,
No, I said that's why I
okay.
said I am not expecting Kevin De Bruyne to come in to do what Kevin De Bruyne did like 15, like 5, 6 years ago. I expect Kevin De Bruyne
Yeah.
to come in, come off of the bench, give her 20 minutes, 15 minutes, and him do that throughout one 15 to 25 games throughout the seasons.
Yes, man. Trust me, and if you can build a team to support him in that way, he would
Yeah, we
be
have the
deadly for
players.
those 15, 20 minutes. You
And
know?
we have the players. I mean, if you think about it, if we get the wing backs we're looking at, which is now we have Franklin and we're looking to get Turkish. And
That
if
guy at Bournemouth,
yeah,
he's good enough. He's
so
very good.
so we're gonna have two speedy wing backs. And we know for a fact that Darwin Nunes won't be up front next season. And Diego Jota might not be up front next season,
Darren Nunes don't serve any purpose.
right?
More than speed.
And don't be surprised if Liverpool sign Usherman.
Yeah, that's from the other day I was saying to you, why I don't hear no of the teams that need a striker talking
Oh,
about
Arsenal
Osimhen. That's
fan said
just
KDB
crazy.
is better. That's an Arsenal fan saying KDB is better. So not
Huh?
all Arsenal fans, just a deluded one that would say Odegaard is better. But yeah, but so like I read reports earlier in this couple months ago after the transfer window closed that it's only due to the fact that there was a 5 million bonus that Napoli needed to pay Osherman that stopped Liverpool from getting Osherman in January.
So, s how that affect Liverpool from getting Osimhen?
So Liverpool didn't want to pay the $5 million and the 5 million bonus on top of the transfer fee, which is 60 something million. The wages that Osherman wanted, Liverpool was agreed to pay because there weren't any crazy wages. Osherman camp was good with the wages. Liverpool good with everything. Napoli good with the price, but Usherman decides him not leaving the 5 million behind because of how Napoli push him out of the club.
So, because of that $5 million, let's say Arsenal go and get him, and then they are not able to find which other striker is out there that is would be a good fit for Liverpool.
Me personally, all right. So this is me personally. I would take Delap.
I think if he's in a better team, he would have up crazy
Yeah,
numbers. I think
I,
he's
I,
a good striker.
I will take Delap. I just need somebody else to help out with the goals with Salah.
Yeah, So somebody who can hold the play and all
Yeah,
that.
I would run. I would play Luis Diaz up front next season. And play him 90% of the season this season up front. Let's put him up front this next season as a striker.
What up front, he put up good numbers in the striker position.
He is on. hmm, Not really. Not as a out and out striker, but okay, so for example, this season Salah has 20 something goals from the right side.
I think at 28, I think.
Yeah, from the left side between Cody Gakpo and Luis Diaz, them put up 20 odd goals them have this season as well.
Yeah, that's good.
So the fact that Luis Diaz is more of a floating player that picks up position all over the field. Cody Gakpo is not much of a floating player. He's so similar to Salah, which is pick up the ball, cut in, shoot. So Cody Gakpo is not gonna try to beat him, man, or anything. That's just hit. If you notice, most time goal them back post header, running in behind, tap, put it in or cut in or shoot.
Okay, so for you guys, who are you anticipating and losing for the next season?
For next season,
Hmm.
um, Joe Gomez gone, Simicas gone. We'll just lose Trent. Um, I do feel like what's his name is gone.
Darwin Nunes.
Yeah. Darwin Nunez is gone. I think we might keep Jota, but Jota could be gone as well.
Didn't
And
I hear something about RV Elliott?
Arvila might be through the door.
Yeah,
It
so that's
might be. And if Arvila has gone through the door, he might end up playing right wing back up to Salah. Chiesa is gone.
who?
Chiesa,
Him not just come.
yeah, and him not play. He gone. With
Okay,
Napoli interested with a 20 million share profit, buy him for 12, sell him for 20.
okay. So that's what,
And
6 players.
about 6 players gone. We won't be buying. The thing is this. So we need to buy a centre back. We need a left back.
So
And
so so with the centre back, any news on who the club is eyeing?
Gay from Crystal Palace. Fans
You
is
know, you
not.
know, I was
Fans is
just about to say if it's going.
Yeah, fans are not happy on it. I am.
No, he's a good centre back.
Yeah, in the flash and not have the flashing name. But I am. I'm okay
Yeah.
with Gray. Tackler, me no need him to play. All me need him to do is just get the ball into McAllister or get the ball into Gravenberg. The other thing is that we might not buy a defensive minded midfielder this season.
Who?
We won't buy a defensive minded midfielder because Bicetic was on loan and he did really well. I lost Palmers even though them get relegated. He played really well to the point where 4 teams in Spain want to sign him.
Oh,
Right? If even watching the because we're watching games in a La Liga where they're comparing to a young Busquets.
really?
Yeah, no, in like the thing is this is in is not one of the marauding because if you watch Busquets play, you understand why. Busquets not do the whole part tackling and stuff, but him always in the right place at the right time to intercept the ball and
Yeah.
then dictate the
He's a good
play.
reader of the game.
And that is exactly what we see when time we watch Bicetic playing in a Spain because he's a Spanish international as well.
Yeah.
So
That's the same thing they say about Nico
so
when
with
comparing to Busquets.
so with yeah so with these players is that them are not the fastest. Them are because Busquets is not the fastest, but when do is if when I watch him throughout the game at the positions where him take up.
Yeah. Those are to me is one of the best players. Those who
And I
are
believe
able to
and I believe that he
anticipate
might
their
be coming
pick.
in
Their
to rotate with Gravenberg because the only reason why we never keep him last season was because he might come off a massive injury. We rule him out for a season and a half.
But although he's doing that for Liverpool, is Gravenberch an out and out six?
We're not. I don't think. I think we're moving away from an out and out destroyer.
Okay,
I think we're moving closer to the Dutch way of playing, where they don't have a out and out destroyer, but what you have is two people playing in the defensive half at the midfield that can read the game properly and can move the ball forward.
okay,
Meaning, if you notice a lot of the games you find McAllister who are play not as a 10, but when Liverpool are attacking or pick up positions where a KDB would end up play. So McAllister play similar to where KDB play for City. Because a lot of people maybe not realize this, but KDB don't play a number 10 for City. KDB best years is when they have um the Brazilian name again.
Fernandino.
Fernandino. And KDB used to play right beside Fernandino. And Bernardo Silva used to play similar to where when men play side play, where him play higher up the pitch, but him
Yeah,
play KDB are the one in the behind and make that the quarterback passes because he have so much
yeah.
space because nobody now come that high to press it.
You can
And
find the space to make the
yeah, and
passes.
arrive late and all that kind of stuff with not being able to pick him up. So I think that is kind of where Slot kind of try to build McAllister into. Where again, if we end up with our words, I think, and this is what I'm thinking, if we get words are gonna play like off the left, drift in at the middle for instead of going down the flank, like drift in for make like a 10, and the wing backs them apply the weight completely. Like completely apply the weight, and Gravenberg drop back in a centre back as a third defender.
Yeah, Vert heat map is right across the top,
Yeah, yeah,
but he penetrate a little bit more on the right.
yeah. But the thing is that my trust the coach said the coach can get him to play how he want him to play. We see it this season, like to the point where him look on side and say you need to score more goals and side start get more goal and assist in the second half of the season. Like McAllister get goal and assist from playing deep.
For
Gravenberch,
me, I
hmm?
think McAllister is a little bit underrated. He's a very good baller.
McAllister is only underrated outside of Liverpool.
He's a very good baller.
And
I
when I say
like him.
outside of Liverpool, meaning for the rest of the Premier League, most fans who respect football will respect McAllister because listen, the fact that he's a number 10 playing at the eight, I do a lot of dirty work. I create a lot and all that kind of stuff. Him do well this season.
Yes. He's a very good player, man. I like him.
Yeah, but that's what I mean. It's like if we don't get Verts, I think we're gonna spend big on a striker. And don't be surprised if Liverpool signed Jonathan David as a backup striker on a free.
Which news I saw it. I saw news today that we're interested in him. I don't remember which journalist mentioned it, but I saw news today, and I'm like, why? Yes, he's a
Why?
good player, but why? No, for City, why?
Why? I'm gonna tell you why. He plays similar to with the player name where you let go. Alvarez. Just not as
Alvarez,
just not as good.
Alvarez want to leave Atletico now.
Yeah, of course he want to leave Atletico. Alvarez understand where I do. Alvarez knows him not gonna stay at Atletico. He moved to Atletico so people can actually see how great he is. And and again, did you know that you were this close to get Luis Diaz?
Hey, yeah, 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 yeah. I saw. When
You see, you know that
I saw that news.
it's one transfer make everything not happen.
Which one?
I don't remember who did have to move, but somebody needed for leave, and then you guys would have get Luis Diaz, and we would have get Alvarez from you guys. But we who did we link to? We did link to a winger. We did link to a winger, and the winger never come for us. So we
Hmm.
did link to a winger last season, and we never get them. So we never let Luis Diaz leave because of the shot on the wing,
Okay.
and that was in
I
the
didn't, I
summer.
didn't, I didn't, I didn't know
In the
the
summer,
background about it
yeah,
still.
in the summer. So that was it. It was you guys were gonna buy Luis Diaz, we were gonna buy Alvarez. It would have
Trust
been
me. That would have he would have been. He's a, trust me. His numbers very good at City, even at
yes, but,
Atletico.
but
But for the
think
fact
about
that he,
Alvarez. Think about Alvarez numbers at Liverpool. Arsenal fans would then cry if we make if that transfer they got through. Then when I call match fixing between Liverpool and Manchester City. Because yes,
then
Diaz would have cook at City, but Alvarez would have cook in front of goal with Salah feeding.
hey, trust me, you know,
It would have been,
I never want him to leave, you know.
it would have been, it would have
But my
been one of
understanding, but I
if
didn't
that
want him to leave.
if those transfer went through, it would have been one of the how should I put this now? I try to find the nicest way to put this. It would have been one of those transfer where nobody lose.
Yeah, true.
That's
Because right
exactly
now,
that's exactly what it would be. It
the
would be one of the transfer where nobody lose.
wingers that we have now is I don't know what the word to use. They are for me okay. They're not world class.
No, 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 no. Wait till next season. Savina will cook next season. Or Savina will cook
Trust
next
me.
season.
Is the final third, the final pass, the scoring. That's the problem I have with Savina right now.
The
But,
problem, the thing is,
but
is this.
everything else,
I'm
good.
gonna tell the honest truth. Everybody realizes that Savina is a bigger threat, so then pay more attention to him than Doku. The
Huh?
instant everybody realized that Savino is a bigger threat, so then pay more attention to Savino than Doku.
Yeah, that's true. And
I
and
believe next. I
there's
believe
always
next.
two person and Doku.
Yeah, I believe
Or
that you guys
three.
are not signing a creative midfielder next season.
Huh?
You guys are not signing a creative midfielder next season.
We're not signing a creative midfielder next. Why?
Because Pep have to find a way to get Marmoush and Haaland and the team together.
So yeah, so
And
we're not the verts.
no, I think it was an opportune signing. And if you sign him, you'd have put him out on the left. Because I think Marmoush, you remember how Julian Alvarez play like the number 10 role when he was there at City? That is exactly
Hmm.
where Marmoush are going to play next season.
And trust me,
Right off Haaland.
he did so well in that position,
Exactly.
Alvarez. And
Exactly. And then you guys sold him and then replace him. So I think that's exactly where it's gonna be. Next season it's gonna be um Marmoush playing off um Haaland, and I think you guys are gonna pick up a right winger, a left winger.
right now, what I want some footballer that's willing to shoot. shoot from outside the box and all that.
And
Too
that's what I'm
much
going
of
to say.
the player just want to walk the ball in the box and
Watch every single
trust
Pep
me.
team from Barcelona days and tell me which Pep team shoot from. Not even Messi used to shoot from outside the box. Till Pep
But
leave
just
Barcelona.
I'm glad say Mamush I put on some shots from outside the box.
Yes.
May I say how
All of your players
refreshing
them used to do
that
it when they
is.
just sign until Pep say, all right, no, second season. You get your first season joy. No, you do it my way. Yeah. But talking about second season, so we're looking at the best news. I think we're in a dilemma right now. And the dilemma we're in is that we can't afford Arsenal to miss out on Champions League, even though it will be fun. We can't afford for them to miss out on Champions League because if they miss out on Champions League, they're going to sack Arteta.
And
And if them sack Arteta, they might get a better manager. They might get a manager who's serious.
trust me,
Yeah.
I agree with you. I do not want them to miss out at all. I want them to stay and keep it living in that bubble that they're in. You
Yes.
know?
Yes. So that's kind of where I'm at right now. I need them to keep. But anyways, um, big up Arcadev, big up. So anyways, we looking at it right now where I think the two worst teams out of the traditional top six this season is Manchester United, Tottenham. One of them going to play Champions League next season. If you have a choice, what you're backing in the Europa League final?
For me,
Yeah.
Tottenham at Tottenham I'm backing because I don't want money to win.
Oh, me too. Me too. And it,
I,
and it,
I
and it
don't,
would be it would be to see what the narrative would be if Tottenham win a silverware and win a silverware in their second season.
but he himself said that no matter which club he is at, the second season he always wins something. So
I
let's
know,
see.
and the ridicule that he got for it throughout the season, the constant ridicule of that he's not like he can't win anything at Tottenham and it's all gas. The fact that he could actually pull it off this season is is something, and it would be massive because if you ask any Spurs fan at the start of the season, you're gonna finish 15, 16, 17, but you're gonna win the Europa League. They're gonna tell you yes. Is
Trust
is
me.
is a club that needs a trophy.
They, I, sometimes I have to sit and wonder why they are called a big six. I think it's just the revenue in a can't
Yes.
trophy.
So I I remember when the Premier League starts to grow. So first it used to be the big three, which is Manchester United, Arsenal, Liverpool. Then that's when three teams used to get Champions League and one would have to get the playoffs. Chelsea come in with the money and it becomes top four. Then it becomes okay then. Liverpool still a qualify, all that kind of fun stuff. There we go. Then City comes in with the money. And the time that City came in with the money is the time that Tottenham starts to look better and Liverpool fall off. Like completely fall off.
Yeah, because they were only doing
Right.
well in the Champions
So
League, but not the Premier League.
right. So they added City, but they just didn't want to call it a top five, so they just called it a top six, even though it was a top six that didn't have Liverpool in it. So then
Even
Liverpool,
today,
yeah,
the match
I mean,
today, I wanted Liverpool, I wanted Tottenham to win, just so
no,
that they are
oh,
able to go above Manu.
oh no, it's one of those so that's why it becomes a top six. But Spurs didn't enter the top six because they're successful and enter the top six because it was a period of the time that they were getting constant qualification for Champions League. That's under the Harry Redknapp days.
Yeah.
And so
Newcastle soon take that spot still.
revenue. Newcastle have to get
Huh?
them revenue.
Trust me. I think sooner or later they're gonna be something to worry
No, no, no.
about.
They,
And
they will be. They will be. May
yeah,
have Newcastle challenging for the league within next year or the year after.
yes, man. Trust
Like
me, Newcastle will take that spot.
yeah. So that's kind of where it's at with them. But really and truly, I want Spurs to win. But it kind of talking to one of my friends today, talking to RJ today. Him should have been on, but busy time right now and stuff. Fully understand. And we're talking about the whole fact about Manchester United season, and we're like, did just it's just my conspiracy. It's like, did the season get thrown due to the fact that. But hear me out now. If Manchester United win the Europa League, Manchester United Casemiro wages now gone up to 500,000.
That's crazy.
Exactly. Now I am wondering if that they wanted to do bad so they can get rid of a lot of these players that on high wages.
No, no,
It's
I
out of
won't agree with that.
for me. So it's really hard to understand why they are so bad.
Trust me.
The coach not bad. They don't have a bad coach. None of the players from Manchester United before them come Manchester United and after them leave Manchester United are bad. Show like them can't play football.
Trust me. It has nothing to do with trying to get rid of players or revenue or I think it's just one of those things that you just don't have an explanation for.
Oh no, no, no.
It is
There is always an explanation. It's just that we're not sometimes privy to it. There's always an explanation. You can't tell me that Manchester, like if you pull up the league table right now, you can't tell me that Manchester United as bad. And why me prove it? Manchester United play Athletic Bilbao off the park and smash them. Not just
trust me.
not just win, not just win, but smash them. Think about it for a second. Manchester United went up against Leon, one of the favorites, smashed them. Both Leon and Bilbao is better than 80% of the team them above Manchester United right now.
But the thing is why that logic would not make any sense because if winning the Europa League increase their pay, and that's
Because
where
they're
they
going
should
back in the
be.
Champions League.
Huh?
Because they're going back in the Champions League.
Yeah,
Some
so
some weird clause in the contract.
so you're saying that in order for them to maximize whatever the clause is, they do bad in the Premier League and good in the Europa.
That is why that's the players. For the managers and the owners, they would have rather them not play in Europe next season so them can get them off of the books. No, if Casemiro knows him I get 500,000 next season, give me the incentive to Casemiro leave United.
Say that again.
If Casemiro is gonna make 500,000 a week next season, why would Casemiro leave United?
Why would anyone?
No,
You
with
know,
a, with a player with on 500,000 a week on your books, how much does that hamper you going in the transfer market?
a lot because that's a very huge wage, and if they're not, remember as well, each place you finish in the
The league,
Premier League are different payouts.
exactly. So the thing
I
is
know
this,
that.
is that like because Ruben Amorim is not a bad manager.
No, to me, um,
So
it- it-
how can a manager who take up the not even the third best team in a Spain in a Portugal, win the Portuguese league, but come on Manchester United doing worse than Ten Hag? a manager that Liverpool wanted to replace Arne Jurgen Klopp.
Even City at one point, um,
Wanted
they have
wanted
him
to
on the list.
exactly a manager that Jose Mourinho speak highly of. A manager that right across Europe has a very high reputation. You come in and you're that bad.
So I don't. So that's another thing as well. Why would he do stuff like this to harm his reputation? This is not helping him.
Again, that's what I'm saying. Not this season, but if him get out a few players and can get in the players that he wants for next season, look better. He only got one signing in January, and is a kid and is a kid from Arsenal, and I think
All right, all right, all right. Why is Tottenham that bad this season?
oh, because Ange's just a bad coach.
Yeah, that's why I can't
And
believe that
and
there's
and
anything.
to be fair, and when we say Ange's a bad coach, is not the tactics on the field, is it because Ange know how to manage him players them properly so them not get injured. If you go through Tottenham injury list, Tottenham has not put up them strongest starting 11 in a very long time. Would them have every single players fit that would start.
You
They
see,
were
with
going
Manu, there's no conspiracy theory. They're just bad.
not this bad.
They're just bad. It's
No,
because this is because we do not expect this of them.
but,
Why it's so
but this is
hard
the
to
same.
fathom that they're this
But
bad.
this is the same Manchester United who knock out Arsenal with 10 men out of the lot.
Yes,
So this is what I'm
but
saying.
anything can happen in a one half game.
But they were set up good. Listen, I've been watching Manchester United games this season, right?
All right, step up in. Um, don't remember the game after, but I was playing Newcastle, and trust me, we were going through a rough patch with this mantle Newcastle. And the other game after which is a game. I don't remember the team, but it's a team where weaker than Newcastle by far, and we lose the game.
Okay,
So it's just one of them things
but
that
but can understand why, and this is the difference. When I can tell you why you guys might go up and blow up and down like that is because there's a reason why your players step up for Newcastle, but them just believe them can go in a cruise control to beat the weaker team. But you look around and you say, okay, then you look at the players that we have missing this season. You look at the fact that you miss Haaland for how much games this season. You look at the fact that
nothing.
Kevin, you look at the fact that the likes of Phil Foden haven't stepped up this season.
Oh, um, after the Newcastle game, it was Liverpool, which we know we never ever win.
Yeah, but even look over the weekend with you guys
Then
and Southampton. But I'm gonna say this: we struggle to beat Southampton because Southampton decided to them gonna put out their best game against Liverpool.
I guess, and guess what? They were playing not to be the worst of the worst record where points is concerned. So they were fighting. But why they they couldn't start fight weekend coming.
But that's it though. That's it. It's the bigger teams when the bigger teams um show up for these games, then you always have that.
As I mentioned that it was 2 seasons ago. I think it was in the FA Cup when I played Southampton, and that was one of the worst game I've ever seen. Southampton whoop with that day. But that's the time when that's before they sold Lavia to Chelsea.
Oh,
And trust me, we get a piece of beating from them that day, you see.
yeah.
So now that's my thing about it. We always somewhat struggle against Southampton. While Liverpool, on the other hand, are then beating a stick because want to give them what 9-0 what 3 seasons ago.
A few. Yeah, them. But again, it's just one of those. It's like we and like Crystal Palace a couple years ago. It's like we and like everybody have that one-off team that you're supposed to beat, but you don't beat. But the thing is this is like you look at Manchester United games and you're like, okay, then you do everything right except putting the ball like expect except making the right pass. And the fact of the matter is, them transfers when them bringing is bad. Where the best striker them have a Zersky. And neither Zersky nor Hoyland get in pretty much none of the teams.
But
Even Arsenal without a striker have better forward players.
Xerxes before he came to Man U, he was playing pretty good.
Yes, but none
His
of
number wasn't bad.
his number was bad. None of the two strikers that Manchester United signed have over 10 league goals in that season ever.
I don't know where was the justification to spend that money on Ireland though.
There was on neither of them. But again, it's just one of those. But yeah, they have to try to get people off the books, and it's becoming um one of those where it's strange. But the finals is good. Tottenham need to win. Crystal Palace need to win.
Crystal Palace need to win.
Yes, listen. City are gonna win again next season. If City give up a cup to Crystal Palace, great. But listen. You, you need you watch
To,
your
to,
spaces, right?
to,
You,
to,
you
to
watch you
salvage to
you watch
salvage
you.
some amount of pride, City
No, no.
need for win the
If
cup
City, if
tomorrow.
City if City go this season without winning anything, City go and win again next season. That is not even it. If City don't win anything this season, nobody blink an eye. But if Crystal Palace, Newcastle, and Tottenham win a trophy this season, and Arsenal has have not won a trophy this season. You see why now. You see why now. You start getting it now. You start getting. You see the big.
Trust me,
You start seeing the bigger picture. It's a bigger picture.
trust me. The other day, we earned Arsenal the beat Man City trophy. That's the only trophy them will win this
Oh
year.
no. Then win a treble. Them have the beat Real Madrid trophy. Don't forget
And
that.
who, who again?
And they also have circumstances why we haven't why unprecedented circumstances why we haven't won the league trophy. No, sorry, they won a quad, the most points in a 3 seasons trophy,
Oh, gosh.
plus the ball
Hey,
two round trophy.
the Saka injury trophy. Because guess what? At them alone have player with injury.
That's it. And
Hey,
Liverpool and the league is a VAR league because
may I tell
VAR
you,
VAR give Liverpool the title.
well, at least they have win the dog.
No, we haven't seen win the dog in a minute.
They are taking turns keeping him at home.
Yeah, we haven't seen win in a minute. But I did watch an Arteta interview recently, and when he was asked about the striker, he said it's not a striker problem. Arsenal does not have a striker problem. The player's not putting
Really,
the
and he has Moreno up front.
no. The players are not putting the ball in the back of the net. It's the players. Yeah, it's the players' fault. It's the players' fault. So the best team in the Premier League and the best team in Europe, trophyless.
Yeah,
Listen, Tottenham do it. Like I will be a Tottenham supporter that day. Shameless to being a Tottenham supporter that day.
yeah, I'm back in Tottenham as well. I will never
But
back
with
Man.
no Madison and no Kulezeski going into the final, it is crazy. See, this is what I mean by when I said that. It's not the fact that Tottenham is in the position, is not the fact that, okay, then it's bad. It's that you're going at the biggest game of the season and you miss your two best creative players. This is the problem Tottenham have all season. Is the fact that the better players keep getting injured right throughout the season. And that you can only look at the manager. What is your recovery? What are you doing? Why the players keep getting injured?
But you remember, even before, maybe it's a Tottenham thing. Hurricane when he was at Tottenham, as soon as him come off of the treatment table, he's back in the side.
Yeah,
It's a Tottenham thing, and then they span them out for 90 minutes, just as if everything was good.
yeah. So that's one of the things why I'm like, really and truly,
I
um,
don't think I don't think the coaches at Tottenham
yeah.
actually have much say. I think they're just there on the sideline, but
Th-
whoever
th-
over them tell them
th-
what to
them,
do.
them have the say. But I mean, yeah, really, me get it. The schedule is packed, but it's not only Tottenham alone that have a packed schedule.
Everybody does.
Everybody does. The fact is how you manage your injured players when them come back. The fact is that Tottenham defenders, them centre back keep, and if you look at the type of injuries them getting, is because of the one are because of the high line with Tottenham play. Like you have Van der Ven, I believe one of the best centre backs in the league, pick up two hamstring injuries this season.
Yeah. Yep. And remember, then play a high line, so he's gonna do a lot of running to get
Yeah,
back to try to get them out of difficulties. So for somebody like him now, I'm gonna always get injured, especially if him don't recover properly in the beginning.
yeah. For all
Rodri,
teams, yes, me get
Rodri
it.
has been in training for the past 5 to 6 weeks.
Yeah,
Now we still have him not even not even on the bus. We still have him recuperate because I think they're not trying to play him at all this season. I think they're just gonna wait until either the Club World Cup to give him some minutes in him leg to get him ready for next season again. Because he has been in training for about 5 6 weeks now.
yeah. For Spurs with the starting 11 and that's it. Yeah, that's what we're saying, and that's what I was saying that why Spurs are so low is because one, the squad, the Spurs starting 11 have not played together for not much games throughout the season, and even going into the finals that we're saying that they're still short, like missing players going into the finals. But again, that's something that I believe it's with management as well. It's with all that kind of stuff. You know the squad that you have. You know the games. It's at your second season playing, so you know the amount of games that you have throughout the season. So therefore, you have to learn to maybe adapt the style where you play. You maybe can't play such a high line. You might have to drop the line back some more. You might have like you have to do different stuff. You're the coach. That is what your coach get paid for do, is to find ways to keep the best team on the field at all times.
But the thing is, what Riddick says here, where Spurs just have a starting 11 and that's it. So that's an who.
That's on recruitment. That's for me. That is not like on the manager alone. I don't put the squad building on the manager alone. Like for example, I wouldn't put the City bad squad building on Pep alone because it's not one person build a squad in today's football. It's a whole transfer team that come together, scouts. management and the club have to release the funds for them get the players well. So it's on the whole Spurs
Yeah.
why the team is they now have a better squad. Knowing the type of manager you have, you should be presenting the manager with more players for cover so he can actually rotate better. However, the manager needs to understand the club that he's at. Knowing that him not getting the signing, so he might have to make some adjustment. So therefore, him not look bad. If you get what me I say.
Yes, man, definitely.
It's similar to when them asked like watch as again watch an interview with Salah earlier and them asked Salah how much percent confidence that you were gonna stay at Liverpool at the start of the season, and him said he was 10% confident because looking at what players over 30 how the club treat them, which is once you're over 30 you go through the door.
Yeah.
Him never really expect a contract.
For me personally, I don't agree with that approach. I think once the
It,
player is
so
still
so
capable,
I'm gonna tell you why. I'm gonna tell you why Liverpool work off of that approach and why it work great. Liverpool's scouting department is 150% data. Them analyze the players, them a scout, them analyze the players with
yeah,
them.
yeah, I know.
How many players have Liverpool let go? That you look upon them and say, Liverpool let go the wrong players. Since how many players leave? Sadio Mane fell off a cliff.
Say that about Sadio Mane?
Fell off a cliff after he leave Liverpool.
He did what?
Fell off a cliff. Like
Oh yeah, 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 yeah. I
uh,
didn't expect that.
Fabinho, we keep him one season too long, and Jordan Henderson and the whole midfield because the club wanted to replace them
But all
after one
right.
season.
Mane as well. All three of them. What were was their age when they were let go? I don't think it was 30 flat. I think they
Yes,
were more than 30.
no, Mane just turned 30, going 31.
And Fabina and Anderson definitely more than 30.
Or no, there was Fab was turning 30, but the data shows him show the season before said Fab was going to fall off.
Mm.
Henderson was over 30. So yeah, and the fallout was James Milner. Cause Klopp did still want to keep James Milner. Klopp was like, nah. Mm-mm, mm-mm.
James Milner is the boss.
Yeah. So that is one. This is why I don't like my owners, but me trust the people them in them employ. It's kind of weird, and you always hear Liverpool fans say that FSG out, but them trust the recruitment team because
Yeah,
we know the recruitment team, even though they might not gonna sign the top players, but they will sign the players will fit the manager,
yeah.
and that is
And
why
I think that's how it should be as well. The player should
and this is
fit
why
the
I am so
manager.
calm going in. That's why it's like if you ask me who we want, and then like if the transfer committee want this player, the transfer committee should sign this player. But me also believe in said the transfer committee should not just sign any player give the manager. The manager should have a say as well in the players coming in. So it shouldn't
True.
be the manager alone have a say or the transfer committee have a say. This is the reason why Kaiser not play much game this season. Kaiser was
I
a Kaiser
never
was
want
a
to.
stop never wanting. Kaiser was an opportunist signing. Edwards like Kaiser from long time. I want to sign Kaiser under Jurgen Klopp system. Kaiser was too expensive. Opportunity coming
But
to sign Kaiser right now for 12 million. Them jump on it.
I
Stop
don't
no want
remember it's
Kaiser.
two game that you guys play. And I think he was the one that came off the bench and changed the game. And you
Yeah,
guys win it.
yeah, but it's a message. I'm respect the message where the manager are saying. Yes, it's a player career. Yes, all of that. But you have to respect it. You have to make them know. Say, listen, if we're gonna do this, we're gonna do this together. Let's sit like grown people with respect, and let's figure out targets where I tell you the type of player I want, and you go find the type of player I want. Not you give me a player I'm supposed to figure out how to make it work. Because in can't play my style of football.
Yeah.
Because none of City Scout have signed Pepper player we can't play Pep style football. That don't make no sense.
Well, they panic by Nunes, although he's not doing too bad at right back. Then panic by
You
Nunes.
Nunes wasn't a panic buy. Nunes just buy if you had different Pep system. See, that's the thing is that Nunes get bought, but Nunes get bought in a for a system where have a high Bernardo Silva at his pump and Kevin De Bruyne as in pump where something that was supposed to be the player for cover the grounds for Rodri. And him go cover the ground for Rodri. So in kind of brought in as a Bernardo Silva alternative, but play different. Because if
Pep,
you
Pep, Pep,
notice, no,
Pep
no,
more
no,
interested in the midfield. Lose the
that's
ball
it.
too much.
And but that's it. But he never bring in for be the controller and bring in for be the workhorse at the midfield. If you understand what I mean. So if you notice the midfield where first them build for Jurgen Klopp to the midfield where them a go back for build no is a different midfield and stuff.
Um, I think I don't know if there's much that needs to be changed in your side, but
Oh no,
I
there's
think
tons.
your side is balance.
No. We not balanced by not even by the closest margin we not balanced. You all know
Except for the striker.
no even outside of the strikers. Our midfield is so unbalanced. It is so unbalanced. Because
So
think about it. We have
are you
three
saying
midfielders that play out of position.
that there's 2 games leave?
Yeah.
It is. Oh, so no win the league with less than 90 points.
Um, how much points are they on now?
83.
Yeah. Uh, Not just less than 90 points, but with one of the biggest points margin.
In the COVID season,
Yeah, remember
um,
say after we win the league, we start messing around and lose a bunch again.
in the COVID season, you win. Let me see. Two
Yeah, we win.
nights 18 by 18 points.
Yeah, how much points we are now?
So Arsenal they were second in a
Mhm.
68, 12, 15.
Yeah, and if Arsenal lose to Newcastle and we beat Newcastle, so we can match back it. So as I said, I want the biggest point gap to win a league by.
You know, can if Arsenal don't gain any more points, yeah, you can match back the 18 again.
Yeah. So think about it. We don't hit 90, but the point gap between second is so big.
Yeah.
And
Hey,
that's it.
trust me. That's one of the reasons why I wasn't even when the match draw
But
against Southampton. I
but
was just like,
think about
this was a perfect opportunity to although they will still be above on goal difference, a
but
perfect
to catch up,
opportunity
to catch
to catch
Arsenal.
up as Arsenal and just for the fun of it. I know there's not much difference between second to fifth,
And you get
but just
champion.
for the fun of it,
Just
just
be ahead of them. Yeah.
boy.
And,
But
I know the pain, boy. I know the pain. I know the pain. All
hey,
right. So
trust me. I have a few Arsenal person that I have to deal with. And I can tell you. Those guys are unbearable.
Yeah. So we're gonna wrap up the stream now. We've been going for like a little bit over an hour. Thanks again, Avian, for dropping as usual. Big up to everybody who comment. Big up Riddick. Big up Arkadev. Big up Kyle. And for everybody who watches stream, again, drop a comment if you're in the stream. We do read all the comments. Even I know we're not monetized, but comment is good to read it anyways. However, we're gonna be on Big Up on Sunday. So we're gonna watch an Arsenal Newcastle game on Sunday. Not a watch along, just a chat along. Jump over there on bigup.com, we chat football. Jump over. If you want to join the stream, request to join, jump in, be respectful, and we have a chat. We're just doing a chat along on Sunday. Okay? For the Arsenal game. I think I might do that game or I might do a game earlier. I'll drop it. I'll drop it. Just come over big up. You'll see which one. I might figure out which one that is. So it might be the Arsenal game or I might do the game earlier um, than the Arsenal game, maybe the Nottingham Forest game. Because I do think that Forest might not even get qualified for Europe this season, which is mad, seeing where they are for most of the season. But I called it. I called Forest not making Champions League when they were third. I said they won't make it because the players. I don't think the players are good enough for get them over the line when it matters, and it's showing. And yeah, Spurs. Come on, Spurs. Let's go, you Spurs. So next
As
next
they
Friday,
say,
next Friday vibes, we will be knowing who is going to play in the Champions League, whether it's going to be Manchester United or it's going to be Spurs. Whichever one is playing, it's in the mud because in the Manchester United worst ever era, they are winning 3 trophies in 3 years, and Arteta yet to lift one. On that note, catch you on the other one, and see you next week on Friday Vibes on We Chat Football. Remember, like, share, and subscribe, and come catch us on Big Up. Peace.